Welcome back to Grow Joyfully. What a lovely day. A little bit cloudy, maybe wants to storm, but the temperature is wonderful. My husband Lucy and I are taking a little stroll around the property. So we thought we'd bring you along with us. There's a little path back here in the woods. This is the ivy wall that my son and I planted quite a few years ago, and it's really quite, I don't know, healthy, aggressive, happy. How sprawling and heavily laden this plum tree is. On this side over here, it is a golden plum. On this side here, it's supposed to be an elephant heart, and that makes really beautiful red jelly. In the orchard, and it looks like this is a banner year for fruit. I think it's going to break some of the limbs. My husband has done a lot of thinning, so I'm not sure how it's going to end up this year. If you can see right through there, there's the rose garden. So here's a couple of lovely bushes back here on the back of the property. We have no idea what they are. They produce these little white berries. They kind of had red wood and red sticks on it. If you think you know what it is, will you please put it in the comment section below. Here's a different view of the property. There's the orchard, and there's the potatoes and raspberries and my beloved tomatoes. It looks so much better with weed fabric. Back corner, southeastmost corner of it, kind of a nice quiet place. Well, not really quiet because it's bordering the road here. So a lot of car noise, unfortunately. But when the cars aren't going by, it's nice. I really like this prospect through to the northeast corner of the property. We stopped our walk long enough to feed and water the animals. Gotta get their waters all clean yet again. So thirsty. Oh my goodness. Although you had tons of water in your coop the whole time and out here. Animals are all fed and watered. We're watering the garden, the pasture garden in there, and we will resume our walk. This was formerly a burn pile, which we're using some of the ash from, but the chickens absolutely love it for their dust baths. I really like this stretch of yard that goes way back there to the southeast corner, all the way up here to the northeast corner. It's just a nice green, beautiful expanse. And then the car goes by and ruins it. The chickens love it out here. Lucy loves it out here. We all love it out here. Here's one of the beautiful blue spruces that my husband's planted on the place. So nicely shaped. It's so many degrees cooler back here where the trees are. That's something to keep in mind if your land is too hot. We had nothing but little junk trees here. We've planted all these in 24 years. Those right there are elms, I believe, and they were already here. But for the rest of them, we've planted them, except for this one, and this one we had brought in. Great big jaws came in and picked up the whole root ball, and we had them transported out here, so that's kind of interesting. But all these trees, my husband planted, and my son, our third son, planted these three. So it just has created a completely different microclimate and place to hang out. To show you something. This, most of the stuff here, they're all volunteers. And it just looks like a wasteland. But, however it happened, probably some birds ate some berries and let go some seeds here. I have blackcaps here. My husband's going to clear it up here so I can get to it easier. But these berries are right ready now, and the ones that are growing in the main garden aren't doing well. So this is really a wonderful thing to find. So we found about 2 cups of those wild black raspberries. They're very pokey. They started in here. Somehow they got dropped out there, but I will take them. So now I'm in here in the greenhouse, the new greenhouse, watering. Believe it or not, I have a ton of plants still that I'm trying to keep alive and just love on them. They're just pretty. I just love to look at them. And when I have to, then I'll put them in the compost pile. But until then, I'm just going to look after them. It didn't take very long for this Asiatic lily to open. Happy day. The daylilies are now starting to bloom, and I just love this color. This gorgeous rose, it just gives you so much for your money. I did a bad thing. I neglected watering in here for 2 days, and as you can see, almost lost quite a few plants. Here are the casualties. Note to self, even though you've got most of your tomatoes planted and you've probably sold what you can at the farm stand, you got to keep watering them. They are not self-sustainable. I enjoy these plants very much, even if nothing happens with them. So that's just a reminder. Be diligent with watering your plants, especially when it's hot. The hotter it is, the more water they need. And if it's in a container or a pot, they will need to be fertilized very regularly, because the fertilizer washes right through the pot. So keep that in mind as well. Do as I say, not as I do, right? I only had 1 scarlet runner bean come up, so I soaked these and I'm going to go plant them. Hopefully they will grow. This will be the 3rd attempt. Our son, daughter-in-law, and grandson are away for a few days. And you can really tell because they keep things in beautiful shape, and I'm really, I miss them. Let me just say that. I miss them. They're going to be back in a week, but still, I miss them. I have a phoenix rising through the ashes. One little lone strawberry on this beautiful half-green stalk planter. So sad. I had so many, and they died. There's still a few alive. But I'm just glad for this one. The taste of a homemade, homegrown strawberry is so completely different than the store-bought. I think we are going to have quite a few blackberries. I am so excited. Lovely temperature today. I have some dragon tongue beans growing in this bed, as well as some carrots, some nasturtium, lots of ground cherries, and here's the coriander forming from the cilantro. I also planted some Swiss chard over there, but so far nothing. And I also have 1 cabbage. I have cucumbers coming up here in this bed, and I'm going to be training them up this cattle panel that we've turned into a hoop. So I'm hoping to get them to grow from this side and also grow from this side and meet in the middle. Although this side is not cooperating nearly as well. We're also trying this with beans, and we only have 2 that are going up so far on this side. And then we have a couple of very small ones here. I've had to replant 3 times. It's been a really lovely walk around the property. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed walking around with us. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next video.